what it means to be human, partly, is to suffer, also to have joy, but suffering is by definition part of what it means to be human.
I'm Tara Brach, and I've been teaching and writing about self-compassion for over 40 years. Self-compassion has roots all over the world. Every wise tradition, in some way, teaches people to be kind, and that would include the life that's right here. But it's formally taught, and it's been formally taught for centuries in the Buddhist tradition, in the practices of loving kindness.
I'm Rick Hanson. I'm a clinical psychologist. I try to combine brain science, psychology, and contemplative wisdom. Where the Buddha started is where many of us start. Where does it hurt? Right? We begin with the truth, the fact that there is suffering. It's not the entirety of life, but whether it's subtle or intense, there is physical and emotional pain. There is suffering.
Mindfulness and compassion. Both of these have really been integrated into many of the great spiritual traditions and are things that are almost seen as mystical or as revered and cultivated in various different spiritual traditions. And so people might think that somehow these are not things that should be in the realm of science. But it's essential to study compassion because it is a psychological capacity that helps us feel good and feel happy and feel connected to others.
My name is Kristen Neff, and I am an associate professor at the University of Texas, Austin. And I study and teach self-compassion. It's really my life's work. There's actually 3 elements to compassion that are necessary. The first may not be intuitive, and that's mindfulness, the willingness to be open and aware of pain and suffering. And then, of course, we need to have a kind response, and that's the warm, nurturing, gentle energy that actually allows us to accept ourselves and also to be with our pain. And then the third element is more of a wisdom element, and that's the wisdom of common humanity. So common humanity really points to that feeling of connectedness with others. What it means to be human, partly, is to suffer, also to have joy, but suffering is by definition part of what it means to be human. So in terms of the factors that influence whether a particular individual is high in self-compassion or low in self-compassion, one of the things we know, and this is perhaps not surprising, is that early family history makes a really big difference. Our sense of worthiness to receive compassion was modeled on whether or not we received compassion from our parents. So most people have an inner critical voice, and it can manifest very differently. Some people say cruel things to themselves. Some people use a very harsh tone. Some people have internalized the critical voice of a parent or a teacher from their youth. Some people actually, it's not so obviously self-critical. It may be just a feeling of disappointment, or kind of they go numb with themselves. They aren't warm and supportive. But the experience of self-criticism seems to be pretty universal.
Discover on-demand videos and docuseries, explore a full schedule of daily life classes, and become part of an incredible community. At Sounds True One, we invite you inward to find your way, your way.